Good morning. We're going to see Foodie Beauty's Fupa balls today.
Just breathing your day, yeah, making waves, kicking ass online, can't behave, laughing in the face of wannabe queens, living off memes and caffeine dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breathing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of life stream. Tears down the walls with the wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing your day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of life stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, filters off, can't handle her flaw, leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name.
The Wrath.
Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch, calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with the smirk so mean in the murky depths of live stream.
Good morning from me and my mean smirk. We're going to show you some Fupa balls. So just to give you a heads up if you're eating, I would just finish up right now. We have so much Foodie Beauty gossip to go over. I don't know. Every time I say it's going to be a long stream, it ends up being a short stream. And every time I'm like, oh, we're not going to be here long, it ends up being 2 hours. So I don't know. It may or may not be a 2 hour stream. Nader is in jail, as you all know. FFG went to the courthouse and found out some of the charges. I have a clip from her live stream. We are going to see. It seems like he's facing a very long prison sentence, a very long, long one. Thank God. I think the world is safer if he's behind bars. So we're going to get into some theories on what people think is going on after we watch the clip. Foodie Beauty went live yesterday and raged. She raged, oh God, I can't even remember about what at this point, you guys. She raged a lot, okay? She was mad. She said she defended basically herself, knowing she said, "Why am I being blamed for a PDF being in my comment section? Why do PDFs feel comfortable coming to your chat, Foodie Beauty? That's what you should ask yourself. Why do they feel comfortable hanging out with you and saying what they say?" She's big mad about a whole bunch of things. We found out the schools in Syria that the little girl would go to are free, or there's organizations that help pay for the children to go to school. So we have more theories of Foodie Beauty and Salah scamming, saying that they're going to fund her education, but really she's going to get herself more solar panels, more KFG. What else is it that they need? I think they're fixing up his family home. Let me say hi to you guys. Sorry. And why is your video still up knowing that the PDF was actively watching it? That part right there. So now that she's aware, why is that still up? Why? She's incapable of ever owning her shit, admitting of doing anything wrong, and she's incapable of doing the right thing. Right, so now that you're aware, Foodie Beauty, you should remove her off of your channel and don't ever do that again. And people are thinking that remember how Foodie Beauty did was it a vlog? I can't remember at this point. She was in somebody else's kitchen and somebody was cooking for her. They think that that's the little girl's mother. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. I don't know, a whole bunch of shit. Farrah, let's talk about the Farrah thing. I did see a tweet from her saying that the Gaining Ground doxed her last night on his live stream, like full name, address, phone number. Um, so I really hope you guys see who exactly the problem is. I feel like Gaining Ground and Busy Little Bee do the most, yet cry victim, like, oh, look at what these people did to me. Da, 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 da. We don't dox, they dox. You guys do dox. And you're proving more and more that you two are obsessed with Farah. Something is very wrong with the two of you. Hey Vicky, hello Nick, hello Penny, Free the People, Christy Claw, Blue Jays, Fashionable, hello gorgeous. Let's see, Blue Jays, hey Mandrews, hello, Free the People, Sammy, hey. Let's see who else is here. Did I miss anybody? Tricky Vicky, hello gorgeous. Dripping Sunshine, hello. All right, I don't think be kind. Hey, how are you, Siphon Gaming? You are super early. Well, you were, but now you're right on time. All right, let me share my Twitter, you guys. We're gonna go on a journey. I do have clips to show you. We're gonna check out a video by Chicken Pickle. We might be here for a minute, to be honest. Do you have your vapes handy? Oh wait, I'm missing one of mine. Oh, it's under my ass. Do you guys do that? Like, where's my vape? And then every single time it's either under me or somehow on the floor. Don't ask me how, but it's always under me. I don't know why I even bother. Where's my vape? Just look under your ass. All right, so can you guys see my screen? I am traumatized from yesterday from not showing it. I don't know. I feel like I was an hour into things just yapping away. At one point, there was 250 people in here, and you guys were just staring at my avatar and nothing on the screen otherwise. Yapping a mile a minute. You guys couldn't even see what I was yapping about. All right, I think you guys can see it. We're safe-ish, ish. There are some serious topics in here, but for the most part, we have fun. Okay, and I will give you guys a trigger warning. Her story about that child just stinks. It's a grift for Salah to get his house fixed. Yes, that, and I think too, what was it? The farms. Not a fan of the farms, but sometimes there's interesting things, right, that I see on Twitter. I think there's a theory going around that Salah's trying to build his name in the community, and make it seem like he's this good charitable person. You know, if they don't get enough donations, Foodie Beauty and Salah will probably put in their own money just so people look at them like as the good people who care about children and animals and la 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 la. However, there's going to be a problem with that. Because if Foodie Beauty and Salah end up funding everything for this family, then more families are going to come to them and she's not going to be able to help everybody. I don't know. She's digging her own grave once again, making problems for herself that she just didn't need to make. But I think she's very much in addict mode, and addicts like chaos, right? Katie, I do the same more than I care to admit. Wait, what? The poor child starving in Gaza. I saw that on my TV today, along with all the pets in New York that are being returned to shelters. Like Foodie Beauty, get beyond yourself and donate to the right places and not your food funds. Hey, cutie gamer cat. You want status, yeah. Okay, you guys can see the screen, right? Okay, I asked, because at one point I got nosy and I checked in, and Foodie Beauty had said she was sick, right? Said she was sick. I think she had the flu. I was genuinely curious if anybody has been able to rage with the flu. There were some people who were like, girl, I can rage anytime, but for the most part, it seems like the flu knocks everybody out on their ass. At least the flus that have been going around lately, I don't know, the past few years, the flus seem to get worse and worse and worse. Anyways, I put sick in quote, and we're going to hear a little bit of her rage. A little bit.
What, you know what I mean? Like, if you have to go after a child, you're sick in the head. Don't ever come for me and say I'm vile.
I swear when she says things, it's like, you've gone after children, Foodie Beauty. You are the one sick in the head. Who is going after this little girl? Who? If anything, we're the ones trying to protect her.
What, you know what I mean? Like, if you have to go after a child, you're sick in the head. Don't ever come for me and say I'm vile. Reaction channels make their money by cannibalizing other people's content and creating drama. Exactly. They're basically parasites. You know the worms that are in your intestines sometimes for people who have worms? Parasites, that's what they are. They feed off of you.
I don't know very many people with worms. How about you?
Yes, we blocked the person that was being inappropriate. I didn't even see that till after. Like, why am I being blamed for the actions of someone else?
Again, you should probably ask yourself why the PDFs of YouTube all feel comfortable to come to your chat, and you should ask yourself why the live stream is still up.
Here to block that person. Um, yeah. I go by Miriam here, exactly. Hey, Sockbeezer. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, YouTube lover.
YouTube lovers said they're perpetuating the worst possible scenario, literally spreading gossip and speculation as a fact. I just see a whole lot of people saying, please take your live stream down. She couldn't have consent to it, and I don't believe her parents knew about it. How come you guys ended the live stream once you heard voices?
Saints number one. Why coffee mug would I ever condone that? Seriously. You know, like stupid. Quick complaint.
You didn't block them. Salah didn't block them. Teardrop didn't block them. Tracy didn't block them. That seems like you're condoning it. Remember the PDF that was a mod on your channel that we were told we needed to forgive because he did his time? It seems like you make excuses for the worst types of people.
About the blocking, I did what I could, exactly. Hey, ruins of coolness, Katie. What, you know what I mean? Like,
I never know what she means. Not once have I ever known what she meant. Okay, Lori said Foodie Beauty has some mods that are okay with people dehumanizing their relatives. And then Lori shows a screenshot. Let's see. My computer's kind of being wonky today. So I'm sorry. It must mean I need an update that I don't want to do because I feel like once I do an update, my laptop's not right for a few days. Anyways, Teardrop said, I have three grandchildren with autism. Two is nonverbal. Then shame on you for not standing up for that little girl, Teardrop. Shame on you. Blondie said it does not surprise me at all. Lex said Chantal uses others to achieve what she believes in. More people need to report her and get America's authorities involved since YouTube and PayPal operate out of the US. Let's see. Teardrop's calling herself out. Yeah, Tricky Vicky said, I'm scared for that little girl's safety. I am too. She could get kidnapped by some crazy person for ransom or just to get the cash. I pray to God that doesn't happen. Sunshine said, I can't forgive PDFs because I was groomed as a minor. I thought asking Chantal for help when I was 13 would do something. Chantal is a monster. Dripping Sunshine, I want to give you a hug right now. If that was the case, she would have actively done something, right? Cryptomaria said it almost seems like they are trying to auction the. God, I hope not. But you guys, like, trafficking is a very real thing. It's one of those things I think because you don't see it happening before your eyes, maybe you don't believe it's such a big problem. Girls go missing every single day. Every single day. I pray for her. Oh my God. Foodie, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I fucking hate you. I want nothing but bad things for you, Foodie. Shame on you. You won't take any accountability for this because you're a psychopath. Lauren Dahl said, Chantal, the minute you post a good deed online, it's perceived as self serving and performative. You've given too much bad energy in the past years. You'll always be scum. That part, I don't think anything she could do at this point would make me change my mind about her. Like, let's say she went to rehab tomorrow. I would even assume that was performative. If she went to go get help something, I would assume she's pulling a Jax Taylor, and the second she got to some sort of rehab or whatever, she'd be blowing up everybody's phone, raging, creating sock accounts on Twitter. If you follow the Valley, you know what I'm talking about. But that's what I picture. It would all be performative. I don't think Foodie Beauty is able to be helped. I don't think she is capable of change. I don't think people that defend PDFs or mob them or anything, I don't think those are normal people. I think they are the worst kind of people. Um, hey, Christy, was that the show and tell for bids? I hope not. My God, I hope not. Jax Taylor. She reminds me so much of Jax Taylor. He's forever the victim, but also forever the problem, right? Okay, Lee Smith said, so she got $170 in super chats in the grifting stream. Let's see how much gets to the child's family. None of it will go to the child's family. None. Tired said, oh my God, she's trying to justify having that baby on camera. Nothing you say, Chantal, will ever make it okay. Hold on really fast. I'm going to read to you guys the first part of her stream when she was going off. It's a recap from Pizza Shit. Okay, because she rages for a little bit in the beginning, and then it was like the rest was boring. So just listen to me for a moment here. I'm just gonna put him up on the screen because this makes me laugh. Okay, so Pizza Shit said, I'm finally able to recap I'm sick, where the shit bag has been live for about 40 minutes. She already sounds like a bitch. Salah's in the room. She starts soft raging. Same shit as usual. She's a good person who's just trying to help. Blah, 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 blah. She's blocking people. If my channel gets deleted, then you have to get a job. So she Googled it, if it's legal to post her PayPal on YouTube. She's also accusing her chat of inciting drama. Says the family doesn't receive direct donations because they do not have a bank account. Says she has always been transparent, shown receipts, and has never kept money intended for donations. That's a lie. Someone reminds Chantal of her repeated use of the R slur. She gets enraged by this, says that growing up she used it often, and it did not mean the same thing. Plus, she adds she doesn't mean to say it, it just slips out. I mean, there was a lot of things that were acceptable a long time ago, but it didn't make it okay back then either, right? Like, I know a lot of people who said it when I was a child. I feel like a lot of people said it in the 80s, going into the 90s, right? But then we learned and we did better and we didn't use the word again, right? Does that make sense? I don't even think as a kid, I don't even say it now. I don't think it sounds cool. I never thought it did. I know what people used to say another slur, meaning that's lame, whatever else, but it's a homophobic slur. It is. And it wasn't okay then either, okay? But Foodie Beauty is one of those people who, oh, well, we said it back then. It didn't make it okay. And at some point, the people who said it, they grew up and did better. Why are you still stuck, Foodie? Anyway, so she says saying it back then, it had a different meaning. It never did. She gets enraged by this, says that growing up she used it often. It did not mean the same thing. Plus, she adds, she doesn't mean to say it, it just slips out. You sound like Miss Fucking Wonderful right there, who says the N word when she's drunk. Oh, it just rolls off my tongue. So that means you say it often, right? Says that the child ran out to her as she got out of a car. So I guess she's implying this is their neighbor. Unless I'm severely misunderstanding, dude. Confirming more information about the child, says her grandpa still says FAG, and she says the full word. It's not okay. Says that she has never said the R slur towards a real disabled person, and it was a long time ago for me. After relentless arguing with the chat, she finally says that she will never use the R slur again until tomorrow or later today when she gets mad enough. The fact that her grandpa says that tells me exactly who her family is and what exactly they're like and what exactly they say. She's incapable of evolving, right? If the parents were involved, they would have gotten them to confirm it online. It would be that simple. Blue Jay said it's the fact that she could choose a better word, but she's not and continues to use it. Arrested development. No one else uses the R word like she does, right? For the people. The R word can't mean anything but what it's intended for. What the fuck, Foodie? Vicky said these poor parents probably trusted them to watch her at 2 a.m. Well, hopefully they do better. Okay, let me read the rest of the rage. Hopefully they do better. I mean, hopefully the mother gets her motherly intuition and trusts it and knows not to let her daughter around them anymore. Okay, so she says that she's never used the R slur towards a real disabled person, and it was a long time ago for me. After relentlessly arguing with chat, she finally says that she will never say it again. Yeah, and then they say the last of the stream is pure garbage. She's soft begging for money to get an AC unit. Salah's in the room, says she has gastro issues causing her stomach to feel shitty and nauseous. Pizza Shit said it sounds like she's lying. She literally spends the last chunk talking about movies, finally leaves in a shitty mood. She's feeling really brave to say some of the things she says over there. Dripping Sunshine, my daughter has epilepsy. I know how tough it is. Dripping Sunshine said, I worked alongside with a girl that had Down syndrome because I have epilepsy. We became good friends. Chantal just has backwards evolution. By the way, she does. No wonder her family is considered the white trash family of Cornwall. No wonder. Tardive said, oh my God, she's trying to justify having the baby on camera. Nothing you say, Chantal, will ever make it okay. Maggie Flowers said, Foodie Beauty. I'm literally saving kittens and helping special needs children. She said, right, you're a real motherfucking Teresa over there. I'm saving kittens and helping special needs children. You're the fucking devil. Tardive said she just said in regards to the creepy comment, why am I being blamed for the actions of someone else? Ma'am, you put her up there knowing your audience. I mean, one of her beezers gets off to dinosaurs. I wish I was lying, but I'm not. It's the same one that pays her to moan and groan on camera for her feeder content. Uh, she's had an OnlyFans. Her content before was very sexual, adult. She has known PDFs that hang out in her chat or have hung out in her chat, and she put a child up there. A child. A child, Foodie Beauty. Think about that. You know the kind of sickos you keep around you, and you put this innocent baby up there. This innocent baby who says she loves you and hugs you and gives you kisses. She should be able to trust you. Children should be able to trust adults. I think you're a fucking demon, Foodie. Mean Kitten said, funny, Foodie Beauty only sounded sick for the first minute of the stream, and now she seems just fine when defending her predatory actions. She's not sick. She probably ate too much, and she doesn't have a gallbladder. Bored Potty Mouth said 2 words, you pathetic cow. Karate Joe. That was the PDF who was a mod on her channel that we were supposed to forgive, because he served his time. Okay, Foodie, we're supposed to forgive a PDF, but I've also served my time, but we can't forgive Breezy, who had a drinking problem and ended up in jail many times because of it. I'm supposed to pay to the day I die for having too many drunk in Publix and whatever else, but oh, we're going to forgive pedophiles. You know? Fuck you, Foodie. Stephanie said, this is so rich coming from the leech himself. Salah says, Katie, because they have no life. but using Chantal to get money off of her. If you say so. What are you doing, Salah? It seems like you have no life and you are using Chantal to get money off of her. You're in fact killing her. Do you get that? Every day that you get her more of her addiction, whatever her fix is for that day, you are unaliving her. The more she eats, the closer to death she gets. The more of whatever pills or whatever else you guys are doing over there, the closer she gets to death. You are, in fact, the worst possible person. You are worse than any reaction channel talking about her. He just needs to go away. Bubbles and Cheek said Foodie is still justifying using the R word even after promising again not to use it because now it's personal to her. They said she's such a cunt. Hey, John, especially those games. She must be on some crazy brain-altering drugs to think we normal people could be gaslit from her. Hey, Tone. The reason she felt sick was because without her YouTube channel, she has nothing. True. And everybody's reporting her, you guys. Everybody. Like, it's a sea of people reporting her. Andrew said her sister wondering why Chantal never treated her with such kindness. Blue Jay said she fled the country after saving the kitten. Yeah, Christy said she took a nursing kitten away from its mother. Yeah, but she saved it. What she did could have killed it. Stressed it out, everything, but she saved it. Mother of Dragon says you can't donate directly to the family because they don't have a bank account. How convenient. Also, Foodie Beauty, you have the flu. Why the fuck were you kissing and sniffing that child? What are the odds Foodie Beauty called the girl's mother or got in touch with her to let her know? I feel like that's something you know to do as an adult, like, oh my God, I'm sick and I was just around my best friend's kids or whatever, or I was just around my nephew. I would call my sister and give her a heads up. I do. I'm like, just to let you know, I woke up feeling like crap. So you're gonna have a fun day today. You know, if you need me, let me know. But then there's Foodie who probably didn't call their mother. I don't believe she really has the flu. I don't. She probably ate too much. Mean Kitten said if Foodie mods let ASMR Homestead make the same comment over and over, then they are also just as sick as Salah. ASMR Homestead? Why not block immediately? If Chantal keeps those kinds of people as mods, then she condones it. I feel like I can't say this enough. Not blocking that person means they're welcome to come back. That's very scary to me, and she doesn't seem to get that she shouldn't have this child on her channel at all. Madblock Plus said, if you want Foodie Beauty to eat out, send her money. If you want Foodie Beauty to feed hungry cats outside her door, you have to pay for the food. If you want to help Foodie Beauty help a poor child who lives next door, you'll have to send her money to give to the neighbor. Do you guys notice a trend there? She has all these ideas and wants and everything else, but everybody else funds it and pays for it for her. Um, I'm going to say this. Foodie, I know you watch shit about yourself, and you're probably gonna leave and not fully hear this, but there's nothing you can do at this point that's gonna ever change anybody's mind about you. You are the worst type of person. That little girl trusts you, and you're allowing a PDF to view her and watch her online. You're absolutely disgusting. Children are supposed to be able to trust adults. You're just as bad as Karate Joe. I feel like you're serving her up to the PDFs on YouTube. Let's not forget Foodie Beauty defends people like Cyrax. I believe, was it you, Tone, who shared a clip or shared a video where she full on defends him? I think we're going to have to watch that. I hate Foodie, you guys. I know a lot of people don't like the word hate. I hate her. I hate her. Cynthia said, the pig is on live as we speak. She just finished up bragging about how many donations she got. She can't even count them yet and giving her PayPal out again, challenging people, saying nobody's going to do anything. She's in Syria. Well, that's what you think, Foodie. That's what you think. I don't think these people have any idea what you're doing with their daughter. But I'll tell you, if it were my kid, you wouldn't be around to eat KFG tomorrow. I'll tell you that much. Seriously. I think you are about to fuck around and find out. You think you're not touchable over there. You think everybody is gonna just think that because your name is Miriam, you're the sweet Muslim lady, blah, 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 blah. You're different than them. Foodie, you stand out like a sore thumb. You do. And you're bringing all kinds of negative attention to yourself. You are. I don't think they're gonna want you around there much longer. And I don't think they're gonna be as kind as to just kick you out. I don't think so. I hope you end up, though, in prison with Nader. I do. You two are truly perfect for each other. I think he's a monster. I think you're a monster. May you both end up in prison and you guys can ride each other. I don't know. Vicky said, so Foodie admits she only saw those predatory comments after last night's live. She is very aware that there was a PDF watching. They blocked him from commenting, not watching. She still has this video up knowing that every minute it stays, the more she's being exploited.
Yes, we blocked the person that was being inappropriate. I didn't even see that till after. Like, why am I being blamed for the actions of someone else? Teardrop, I believe she said she blocked that person.
But you know they're still around, so take the live stream down. If you actually care about that little girl, you'd take it down.
Yeah.
That is you, Vicky. I love you. It's child abuse. It is. She sure knows how to pick her men, right? One's in jail for all these horrible charges. We're eventually going to get to that, you guys. And the other one wants to shit on and rape white Christian women. I mean, ugh. Let's see this. Oh, there's a Block Breezy on Twitter that was in Foodie Beauty's live stream. Sonia said the chat, Foodie Beauty's chat is not people you want kids around. Okay, Block Breezy on Twitter said, Chantal saying calling non-special needs people R words is okay is like you saying if you called a white person the N word, it wouldn't matter because they're white. Okay. Teardrop said, my son says the R word to his friends playing games, but never in the reference everyone thinks. Do your kids say that word? I feel like mine would lose her phone, her iPad. Um, it would be a huge issue for me. And Teardrop, this doesn't make you look good at all. My son says the R word. I don't think you can block from watching. But the fact you can't block from watching, nobody can. So the point is, don't have that live stream up, right? If there's one PDF in her chat, I feel like there's 5 more. Have you ever looked up your city and seen how many PDFs are in it or living next to you? Do it one day. It's absolutely terrifying. You really have no idea how many there are out there until you see just how many live by you. Look it up one day. It'll scare the shit out of you. It will, but it's also a good time to have that talk with your, well, not in detail with your kids, like, this is why you never leave my side. Not everybody's a good person. You just have, like, my daughter knows that, like, she is not to just be on the next street or 2 or 3 or 4 without me. Like, I am always by her side, right? Always. We don't have that here, the registry where we can check. Oh no, they're on almost every street. And it's honestly scary how close they are to parks and schools, even though I know they have to be a safe distance. It's still fucking scary to me. And how many are out there not registered? Like, that'll really fuck with your mind. How many are out there not registered? Foodie probably uses that website as a date site. Probably. She thinks they're catches, apparently. Shannon said, when people use the R word, they aren't referring to someone who has special needs or neurodivergent. But if you know it offends people and you hear that, that's when you stop, right? Do better, people. Katie said, I still say gay sometimes. I try not to, but it just comes out. Ay, ay, ay. Enga said Teardrop is a weirdo. Oh, hold on. It went away as soon as I wanted to read that. Every month there is a news article about the police breaking up a PDF ring in the area I live. It's scary. The other week, four a 10 and a 13-year-old girls went missing. God, I hope they make it home. Please go home. Kinga said Teardrop is a weirdo. I will pull my kid up if I had heard them using that word in that situation. And my kid is 26 and autistic. She can say fuck all she likes though. If I hear her call herself R, I go off my nut at her. Yeah, it's not cool. I know people think it is. I know the lol cow people think they sound so cool saying it too. It's just I don't know. It's not cool, it offends people, it hurts people. We can use other words, right? We can use other words. Did you know that 19,000 expats have been deported from Kuwait since the beginning of this year? MJK said this includes your husband, Salah. He was in fact deported, I bet. Yikes. Oh, Lord. I already forgot what this is. Bad Seed said, wait, Foodie Beauty, something a PDF would say. The child, oh, this is going to make your stomach turn. Foodie says the child is different. Ugh, and it is something a PDF would say. They're not like other girls. They act much older for their age. They're just different, right?
I think
Ugh.
Sasa is a bit different. She's not one of those kids that's like annoying and loud and running everywhere. I think Sasa is a bit different. She's not one of those kids that's like annoying and loud and running everywhere.
Stay the fuck away from her. Stay away from her. You're giving off PDF vibes, trafficking vibes, just all the bad vibes. Please stay away from her, and all children for that matter, and Bibles, and Christians. Sonia said Teardrop's whole family has issues. Oh, yeah, because she said, my son says the R word to his friends playing games, but never in the reference everyone thinks. Well, you're not a very good mom, Teardrop. Sonia said to all the people in Foodie Beauty's community, I know the last stream with the girl was painful, even sickening to watch, but we must all band together to fight and bring down this monster of a person, streamer, human, if you want to consider her that. Oh gosh, Michael Furberger. All the boys' donations were lies. She's got Tracy TXIs. I always hear it in JoJo Siwa's voice. One day I got curious, okay? I got curious and I watched it and it was terrible. But I will say, she sounded better than she had ever sounded in any of her other music. But it was just certain words she said. Just really annoyed the shit out of me. So now every time I hear the song, I hear it in JoJo Siwa's voice. Look it up. You should hear her version. Tell me what you think about it if you do. Enigma said Chantal can get banned from PayPal if she is caught asking for donations. It is against terms of service and Canada laws to ask for private donations. Play. Please? I'm trying to be polite. Listen, motherfucker. This is what I get for trying to be nice. Play! Oh my god. Hold on. We might have a breezy rage at her laptop. Motherfucker.
Google it. Googled if we can get married. Googled she's not going to Oxford. No one needs to know school. Yeah, strong coffee. That's not true. They need a good special school. She can't even speak Arabic, her native language, because her family can't afford a good school. Yeah. Like if it was government funded, why would she have been in school and then taken out of school? Just for shits and just for fun or what? Like
Hold on. Let's look through these screenshots. Girl World does not mess around, let me tell you. Okay, it says no, it is not legally safe or compliant for a Canadian citizen even if they are living in Syria, to ask for private donations through PayPal on their YouTube channel to help a Syrian family financially. Here's exactly why this crosses legal and policy boundaries. One, Canadian sanctions law, likely illegal. Canada has strict sanctions under the Special Economic Measures Syria regulations, which apply to all Canadian citizens no matter where they are living. Key points: Canadians are prohibited from providing financial services to people in Syria. Interesting. Canadians are prohibited from providing financial services to people in Syria unless they have special permission from the Canadian government. Global Affairs Canada. Helping a Syrian family with money collected from others, even if the cause is charitable, is considered a financial service or a form of humanitarian aid, and this requires authorization. Violating these laws can result in fines, criminal charges, or imprisonment. Here's the thing, she's gonna rage again and say we just don't want her to help a child. Listen, help the child, just don't exploit her on your YouTube channel. And don't ask other people to do it for you. Like if you want to do it, you do it. You know what I mean? But we know this money isn't going to you because most of schools are free or there's organization or aid that helps children go to school if they can't afford it. Right. For certain schools, I know there's some that are very low cost, whatever. If they still can't afford those, there's aid for that, right? So Foodie does not need any money from anybody to send her to school. She doesn't. Two, PayPal policy violation not allowed. PayPal does not allow personal accounts to accept donations for charitable or cause-related purposes. PayPal requires a PayPal business account with a registered nonprofit or charity status, proper documentation if funds are meant to support individuals or humanitarian needs. So, using a personal PayPal account for this is against their terms of service and can result in the account being frozen, banned, or flagged for suspicious activity. Wait, and then Lux said then they should look into her Discord or a spy posing as her Beezer should document with screenshots and report her. Well, I don't think anybody needs to pose as a spy. I mean, there's just a report button that's available to you. Just FYI. All right, here's a clip from FFG's live stream. So, while I'm not the hugest fan of hers, it doesn't fucking matter. She took care of business. We wanted to know what's going on, right? And I also wanted to give her the credit. So instead of just posting screenshots and saying what happened, here we go. We hear it from her mouth exactly, okay? So I said update on I can't talk. Nader Elshamy's charges. It seems like he's facing a long prison sentence, and I'm praying he rots there. And then I said, listen to his charges. It is all bad. All right.
I blocked it.
Oh, on a side note, I had to go back in her stream. So the chat doesn't match what we're listening to, okay? I have no idea what they're talking about, but it's not what we're listening to.
Out the plaintiff's name because the plaintiff is not somebody that we know. It is not Dee Dee. It is not her mother. It is not, kind of what we were thinking. It's an unknown completely to Girl World. So I blocked out their name. I blocked out the address that they gave to the court. It's a big question mark who this person could be. Listen, not our business, not our problem, as Neo Tyra would say, right? I blocked out part of the address that they have for Koki because that's not the address in Lachine. And I thought that was really weird too. The address that they have for him on file at the court, weird, is a random address on a random street here in Montreal. It seems insanely weird to me that somebody who was even on parole and stuff doesn't have an updated address for the court, unless of course that is the address that they gave to the court. Very fucking weird. Look at the date. Look at the date. The date of the infraction. It's in 2022. April 2nd, 2022. And
Do you guys remember what happened around that date? If you've been watching Foodie for a minute, do you remember what was going on around that time?
the date of the opening of this case is just July 10th, 2025. But the infraction took place in 2022.
Sam's Bar Lounge.
big question mark over my head. So we did a little digging and we went back on the timeline a little to see what the hell was happening. At the beginning of April 2022, Chantal was in Cuba.
Exactly.
Koki was with Didi. That's what it seemed. But then there seemed to have been some kind of a domestic. Koki went live, and I mean between Didi and Koki. Koki had gone live, and there's a screenshot from that live where Didi's in the chat saying that he demodded her. So I have no idea. I don't fucking get it. But the timeline does place him in Montreal. Early April 2022. Already here with Didi since like Christmas time. I don't understand these dates. Why would that be now? I don't know. I don't know enough about like legal shit and stuff, but this is what the court documents say.
If you think about those videos, I heard the Sam's Bar Lounge channel is scrubbed now, like the videos are gone. It wasn't BDSM when she was screaming for her dead father and all that stuff that was happening. It seemed very, very real. Like if they were making that up or acting, they should be on the television, in the movies.
And there below where it says 8 chef d'accusation are charges in French. So 8 charges against him. Okay, here are the charges. Okay. Ooh, hope you can all see that well. So I looked up these charges. See all the 8 charges. Where's my paper? Okay, so that first one, 266A, he's got 2 counts, and it is assault. The max penalty is 2 years minus a day. And remember, that's per charge. He's got 2 counts of just that first charge. Then 267A, he's got 3 counts, and that's assault with a weapon or causing bodily harm.
Wow.
Then separately 2 counts of 267B, which is assault causing bodily harm. The difference there, hold on. So the 267A, as opposed to the 267B, the A specifies that a person commits their offense while in the course of an assault. They carry, use, or threaten to use a weapon or intimidate with a weapon, or cause bodily harm to the complainant, or choke, suffocate, or strangle the complainant. Whereas
I'm thinking about how they're talking about either threatening or intimidating with a weapon or using a weapon. Remember when Dee Dee cut her hand really badly? Sorry, my brain is starting to just the wheels are turning. Remember when Dee Dee's hand was cut very badly? She made some excuse for it. I mean, it looked really deep and bad. Around that time, I think she said she fell, right? She fell. She had a black eye. And then I remember this one time Nader was mad at her and he like threw a knife into the sink. So the wheels are turning. What if this is somehow Dee Dee about what he's done to Dee Dee?
B is a more severe than simple assault, but not as severe as aggravated assault. Those are the difference between the A and the B there. Then then there are repeats. Then the eighth charge at the bottom there, 264-1 and 264-3A. So basically, those are criminal harassment and stalking. That second one, though, like they're both criminal stalking and harassment charges.
Wow.
They're both serious, but that second one, that 264-3A, it means that they're facing the possibility of a prison sentence of up to 5 years for that one charge. So, I mean, when you stack these all together, in theory, I'm not saying he would be found guilty on all the charges, but that is a hefty prison sentence because it's only jail if it's 2 years minus a day, right? He's already got a history of violence. You don't get a deal like 2 years minus a day twice. That's a miracle that he even got it the first time. Okay, one more screenshot to show you guys. Hold on. So that bit that's written by pen, I asked, can I know when's the next court date? And there, he wrote it down for me. It's September 19th, 9:30 in room 5.06. Yeah, so that's what I know. I'm gonna go to the court on the day of the court. Let's see what the fuck happens.
It seems like they're trying to nail him, right? I hope they do, you guys. I hope they do. We need some good news. Keep this man in prison, please do. Remember the Angelica lady? Yes, with the braids. She was there around that time too. She was very uncomfortable at that dinner. I remember that. A lady with an ex like this would be such a good babysitter for your child, right? And she made excuses and gave alibis to Nader with certain things. Tch, he sure knows how to pick 'em. I'm starting to think back of all this Dee Dee stuff. Hold on. Meandering Thought said, did what was seen in the videos happen before or after midnight? So was it April 1st technically, but after midnight? So did whatever happen technically on April 2nd later in the day This is a screenshot of the beginning of the first video, I think, with the violence. It says, the aftermath of a bad April Fool's joke, April 2nd, 2022. Didi lied to viewers about Nader being arrested as a joke. In Nader's apology, he said it was a lesson for viewers not to believe everything they heard. Viewers called it a scam. I remember all of that. Daryl said, if he is in jail for the Sam's Bar Lounge incident, then good for the Canadian authorities for pressing charges, even though they were still together. Didi calling for her dead father while Nader was beating her still haunts me to this day. Yeah, that was no way. That was role playing. There's no possible way. So what are the odds Didi is going by a fake name, right? And she used a different address. I know people are already talking about that. We're going to look at tweets too. And what are the odds she used a different address in fear that he was going to retaliate against her? I think this all has to do with Didi. And I'm thinking back to all the black eyes we've seen her with. Yikes. Danny said the plaintiff's address is a police station. I fully believe it's Didi under a pseudonym. PI said this. Yeah, that's making sense. His next court date is September 19th. He has no bail, so he'll be in jail until then. Almost 2 months. Meandering Thought said, first time I'm happy about the Canadian court system being extremely slow. Same. I think this is Nicole's new name, by the way. I think she's going by Carissa Loves Vegan. I don't know if anybody cares, but if you keep up with her, this is her new name. And she says that she talks to the alien mama. I talk to the alien's mama. They actually listen to me. They said that person is unhinged. You talk to the aliens? She says, can we go to the M cave? And my new sugar daddy is Egyptian. His dad called what? His dad called us one day about his inheritance and said no homosexuality or drugs. And I recorded it and we laughed so hard. No homosexuality or drugs. Okay. Good to know. Sugar daddy? Isn't she a little old for a sugar daddy? If it is in fact Nicole? I feel like that woman is in her 70s with no teeth. Kind of like looks like that. Someone said that's actually a Controlla hater. Who's Controlla? Okay. Oh, it's an Egyptian millionaire. Okay, well, live your best life. You have fun with that. I don't know. I don't know, but now I'm going to be looking out for them in Foodie Beauty's chat. Whoever Controlla is, it's a controller hater. Controlla hater? I don't know. Here's a clip. This is going to be a big trigger warning. Just FYI. Daryl said, just to be clear, Didi, former Beezer, is no saint either. She once said a reactor who was a victim of child SA deserved their abuse. Chantal has also rejoiced in Didi's abuse. To date, neither Chantal or Didi has apologized. Oh, to date, neither Chantal or Didi has apologized to the abuse victims they mocked. Okay, this is why I can't feel bad for this woman. I feel like we were just talking about this yesterday, and then a clip appears, but trigger warning, it's not very pleasant to listen to. It's not. I don't know if it's going to let me go full screen. If not, just zoom in on YouTube. Oh, wait, it might. It also might kick me out. It likes to give me hope and then take it away. I've noticed that. My laptop likes to torture me. Play, motherfucker. I wouldn't be so rude to you.
No, I don't know.
Don't talk about what happened to me when I was young. Don't talk about
He do like this.
But I'll say whatever I
Chantal,
want to.
send him money from Kuwait.
Get it up there again, buddy. Gotta get it up there again. You fucker.
The guy will never stop. No, if he stop, he will stop too. He خلاص do that.
God, too,
He grow up, his mother doing it.
It went all the way to his brain.
Wow.
You have another box.
Fucking bitch.
Technically, we're good.
Well, if he's gonna insult you and me the way he does, he's gonna get it.
Hey,
If you can dish it out, you can take it, buddy. And maybe we're the only ones who
I-
can make fun of you
listen.
that being SA'd, okay?
I-
Maybe we're the only two people on YouTube that can make fun of you for being SA'd. And I will, you fucker.
It's so bad when Nader's telling you you're going too far. The man has stabbed people.
You deserved it. You fucking deserved it.
Huh? Well, almost dead. Almost dead.
I can't believe they're talking about my SA again. Guys, you hear them? What they're saying about me? I can't believe it. Oh my God, that's so wrong.
You stop. Did you stop?
Accuse my boyfriend
You got
of
it?
this, then I'm gonna accuse you of that. That's how it works. Tit for tat, buddy. Whether you got it or not. And you probably didn't. Probably this is all lies too. Who knows? Gary's been lying. He never got SA ever. It's all a lie.
Wow.
All a fucking lie. You're gonna get it back. I don't give a shit if you've been SA'd or GD'd, okay?
Wow. So this is why many people don't feel sorry for her. I believe that reactor is no longer on YouTube that they're talking about. It's disgusting to say somebody probably liked it. Fuck you, Dee Dee. Giant fuck you to you. And here's something from Chantal. I hate
Marley,
this.
when he abuses you, you're a victim. When he abuses Dee Dee, yeah, she does deserve it. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't care if she gets fucking strangled. I don't care. Marley, when he abuses you, you're a victim. When he abuses Dee Dee, yeah, she does deserve it. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't care if she gets fucking strangled. I don't care.
Worst people, I swear. And I hope Dee Dee got off the meth, though. That's clearly meth. It is, right? Like, that's clearly meth. I remember seeing them light their pipe on a stove. Like, that's clearly fucking meth. Nana Spike T said, question, didn't Foodie Beauty Animal Abuser use a guy with disabilities for sex or weed? I swear I remember hearing something like that. Let's look in the replies. Yes, when she was younger and she thought it was funny, if I remember correctly. Nana replied, yes, Fat Cow just gave me the rundown. I wish I could find the clip, but there is so much to look through. Oh my God, these people are even like, I was going to say there's a special place in hell for them, but there has to be worse than something for hell for these people. Big G, while she was with the 22-year-old with the pregnant fiance. Foodie Beauty, you have to be the most white trash person I have ever heard of. Big G, while she was with the 22-year-old who had a pregnant fiance. I think Foodie was 15 or 16. She got weed from him under the promise of being intimate, but claimed she wasn't until her boyfriend beat him up and she had pity sex with him to make up for it. Oh my God. Patteray said, yeah, then she watched some other dude beat up the big disabled guy that she had sex with him after she felt like shit for getting him beat on. How have I never heard this story? Maybe I blocked it out. She used a guy for Burger King too. Oh my God. But she's not using that little girl, right? Yet she calls people from the USA white trash. The irony. She did it for Burger King. For Burger King, of all things. I don't know about you, but I feel like I've never been through Burger King and got anything good. Well, their Hershey pie is okay. I mean, that's very nice on a hot day. But I don't know. It's fucking nasty. Can I recommend some good music to you today? I don't know if you've ever heard No Use for a Name, but I used to be obsessed with them. Please search Friends of the Enemy, No Use for a Name, and you will have the best time of your life. Shugal said, Chantal, no channel should be using the R slur or exploiting kids. Two wrongs don't make a right. Stop deflecting and take some responsibility for once. Stop saying you will refrain from making that slur only to make excuses and say it again days later. Grow up. Well, her thing is always like, well, Yaba said it. A certain reaction channel said it. Nobody said that she should have said it. In fact, nobody should say it. Okay? Just because Yaba said it, it doesn't make it okay for Foodie to say it. Nobody should be using that word, okay? Okay. Juan said, Foodie Beauty, towards the end of your stream with the little girl, we hear nearby adult voices arriving. You then say to Salah, should you end the stream? Did you really have the parents' permission to film there? It seems a bit strange that as we hear adults, you look at Salah to end the stream. I doubt her parents knew that she was using that little girl. I doubt she knew that she was going to be on a live stream. They probably offered to watch her for a little while and thought it was the golden opportunity to make enough money for their addictions, right? When you're doing the right thing, you don't have to be shady and cover up and lie and hide. Why couldn't that little girl's mother come on and say, we really want to send her to school, the certain school she goes to, it's going to be a cost that we just can't afford at this time. Why couldn't the mother come on? Right? If she truly knew about that, why wouldn't she come on? There was a way to keep her off the camera if she didn't feel comfortable being on a live stream. But if she wouldn't be comfortable being in a live stream, why would her daughter? Why would she feel comfortable having her daughter on one? Tweetsara said the parents had no idea. That is what I believe. It's illegal in that country to film children without permission. It's rather strange the mom who cooked for her didn't want to be filmed, however, she let her child get filmed. No way. Sonia said her whole chat needs to tell her to have the parents take the money and film it or send it all back to them. I just think at this point, if any of this is real, the parents should come on. W's World said she's using Miriam as her name there so she can hide the foodie beauty Chantal negative PR on all social media. Okay, everybody, do your worst. Okay, then they added the hashtag Miriam, which I will be adding that hashtag to the live stream as soon as I'm done. Salt and Sauce said, we block creeps here, says Foodie Beauty. Except the creep who told you twice to lift up a little girl's shirt on live stream. That's okay, just don't disagree with Cutie or you're blocked, creep. Foodie, you're raging at the wrong people. Why didn't you go live and say, don't you ever come in my chat again? This little girl doesn't deserve this. Blah, blah, blah. Like, why didn't you go live raging at the person who was disgusting towards her? Instead of at the people who are being the only people trying to defend and protect her. You're mad at the wrong people. The fact that you still don't blame a sick pedophile in your chat, but you say we're trying to dox a little girl, we're coming after a little girl, we're trying to take her down, make her not be able to go to school. It's wild to me. You're one of those sick bitches who always side with the men doing fucked up shit and will always blame the women. Seriously. You're one of those sick bitches. Like, if a woman was assaulted by Salah, you would blame her. You would say, oh, well, he told the world who he was. He said he wanted to shit on people and grape them. You are that bitch, Foodie Beauty. Nobody's kids need to be around you. Two-Tailed said, Foodie Beauty, after she films herself giving the money to the girl's parents and the camera turns off. Thank you. This is what she really looks like. Just FYI. Beeps Cat said, be real, you pred, scat-tell, filtered, and reality just add tone of sweat. All right, you guys take your screenshots now if you want this image, but you're not on Twitter. That's more realistic. She looks like a fat toe. A fat, angry toe with an ingrown nail. That's what I picture. Red and inflamed and hanging on by a thread and pulsating because of the infection. Oh, all right. She looks like Salah's chopped up toe. I'll never get over that image. I sat there and I thought long and hard why like half of his big toe was gone. Do they take your half of your big toe if you have an ingrown nail? You don't look like this. I don't know why you bother. They do horrid things after an essay in Syria. Chantal is disgusting. I heard in some country the women are blamed and stoned to death. Or whatever else happens, which is so sad to me. It is. Meandering Thought said Nader just moved in with Dee Dee about 2 weeks before the Sam's Bar Lounge incident. Okay, so it says Nader Elshamy, and when he moved to Montreal on March 20th, 2022, he did a stream moving to Montreal, where he and maybe Dee Dee is with him. I didn't watch. It's in the back seat of a car, an Uber, I guess, driving there. On March 2nd, 2022, He did his first live stream in Dee Dee's condo after the moving to Montreal stream. What happened between him and Dee Dee, as seen in now deleted Sam's Bar Lounge videos, happened on April 2nd, 2022, the date in the court docs. And Dee Dee fucking took him to see her mother at the retirement home the very next day, April 3rd, 2022. And they streamed that. And this is why I will never have a milligram of sympathy for Debbie, aka Dee Dee. Well, if you think about what he's done to Dee Dee, I don't, I don't even want to think of what he did to her mother. I can't. Dee Dee, you knew how he was. Why did you bring him around your mother? Your elderly mother who couldn't defend herself. And you let him humiliate her too. I know you asked for people to be kind on you in your community post rant, but I don't have any empathy or kindness towards somebody like you. You brought him around your sick elderly mother. Nene said, excuse me. The haters calling this entire thing out as being wrong are not the ones to worry about. And Foodie Beauty, I hope every dime you made goes to you and not to help this child brings you the awful karma you truly deserve. You're a brain dead idiot. Stay away from kids and pets. Okay, let's see. So someone left a comment for Chantal. She's a cutie for sure. I am just nervous and worried for kids being on YouTube, etc., especially on your platform, given the extent haters go to. I just saw a comment where someone asked for the name of her school. Holy shit. If that gets out, it's going to put this child's safety at a huge risk. She's already vulnerable having Down syndrome. To me, it's just never a good idea to put kids on the internet. I know you want to bring in funds to help her, but I think even less funds would have been worth protecting her safety. Frig, you more than most content creators, you know the extent people will go to get and reveal personal information. As an educator for kids with disabilities, this just rings so many alarm bells for me. Her safety first always, and this is how Chantal responds. Kids are all over YouTube. I get your concern, but she'll be fine. Oh my god. Saltonsa said Chantal is fundamentally a bad, horrible person at her core who will die before she ever takes accountability or responsibility for any of her actions. For the first time, I hope the platforms all take her down and her online presence dies. Yeah, I think many people feel that way. I saw so many people saying, I've never reported a channel, but I'm doing it this time, just because what she did was truly that bad. Here's a reminder, a Canadian individual, including a YouTuber, cannot legally collect donations on behalf of someone else in Syria without being a registered charity and adhering to specific regulations. Hell of a Life said, wow, breaking laws again in yet another country. You know, it's so funny. I keep thinking of this clip when she was talking about that person Vitally. Is that his name, Vitally? She was talking about how when you go to other countries, you're a guest and you need to respect their laws, even if you think they're dumb. And here she is going from country to country to country, breaking laws, not respecting them. Hell of a Life said, breaking laws again in yet another country. Didn't you just leave Kuwait for collecting donations illegally, among other things? Wow, read your Quran for once, Chantal. I thought Muslims were giving. You just take, take, take. Yeah, she's always taking. So they think the woman that was in the cooking video is the little girl's mother, just so you guys know. Mo said, from a cultural point of view, the parents would not be okay with her channel at all, and definitely not okay with their daughter on her channel. It's part of the Middle Eastern culture to care about reputation and image, and I don't think the parents were told that she's a mess on the internet. Linda said, thank you. I typically don't get upset or bothered over Chantal, but this has me really bothered and upset. I can't believe feeling her parents have no idea what Chantal actually just did. Why would they want a cosplaying, rude, disgusting person? Like, she's cosplaying as a Muslim. Why would they want their daughter on her channel, right? She's embarrassing everybody. Would they want shame brought on their family by associating with her? Girl Scout said, I've been wondering about the parents' position on this. Either they weren't aware or they were of the impression that they were going to receive significant financial assistance by the daughter being featured online with no understanding of the foodie lore. Yeah, I hope they find out. I hope they get access to something and do a quick little search of her name. I don't even post my own kid, Blue Jay said, on my socials because I want her to have her own online identity and also at an age where she can understand what online is. That's smart. Children cannot consent. Hey, Ricky Bobby. Hey, Breezy in chat listening at work. I hope you have a good day at work, Ricky Bobby. Two-Tailed said this. I'm sure Foodie Beauty mentioned her subscriber count and how much money she rakes in, but she didn't tell them about the food corn, her past as an online and IRL deviant, and especially not how her channel was taken down for nudity. She should have never gotten it back. Well, let's not forget about the minors she had on her channel, right? She had lost her channel temporarily for that, and here she's back practically doing it again. Miss Anthrop said, Foodie, now take the money you raised for Bruce, a kitten in need and dying, your words, and donate it to the rescue you dumped Smokey at. Okay, because Foodie made a community post this morning. She says, Hi guys, we now have 400 US dollars out of 1,000 US dollars raised between PayPal donations and the ad revenue from the live streams. I will post all the screenshots of the amounts once we reach our goal. I will also show us giving the money for her family to take her to school. This will pay for a year of school fees, transportation, and supplies. We will also provide school pics of her, but we don't think it's a good idea to share the school info. If you would like to donate to PayPal, here is the link. What she's doing again is breaking the law right here. Below is proof to show you how much the live made. I will post the PayPal donation proof as well a bit later, as I will edit out all the donors' names. Stay anonymous. Oh, to stay anonymous. You'll be wondering why we just don't fit the bill for her school. We do help them with rent and food and other things, and we will do our best to keep her in school in the future. We just need a bit of help right now. Thanks, guys. The school fees need to be paid in full upfront for the year, not monthly, which is why we are doing it this way. I appreciate you all. Vicky said, did you notice her wording here? She says she will show us her giving the money to her for her family. She is going to record her giving it to this beautiful child and then take it back. Where is her family? Do they even know what's going on? Why no PayPal screenshots, right? She could still edit out the names, blur them out, put an emoji over them. I guess we'll see. But either way, we know that most of the schooling is free. So it's more of her community posts. Sultan has said, Cutie almost has her AC and additional solar power panels in the bag. Pay up, people. Fondue tagged at Team YouTube and PayPal. And said, show your PayPal with all donations, not around $400 number. Hey, Stella, by the way. At Team YouTube at PayPal, we have Foodie Beauty requesting money for a disabled child and requesting money to go to her personal PayPal. Enforce your terms of service. And then they also posted the links. Oh my God, are you guys ready for this? I have no words. Like, that's massive. And I wonder if Salah's jealous. He doesn't have a bulge anywhere near that. Oh my gosh. And then if you think about it, how it was back then, imagine how it is now. Anyways, that's a Fupa, and those are Fupa balls, just to educate you. I have never in my life seen a woman with balls until Foodie Beauty. Someone asked, what the fuck is that? I have asked that before about some different mystery body of hers, but I am dead out of words. Tat Mombi said it's a peen. She's a man? Acts like one, looks like one. Maybe she really is. Paranoid Android said, I mean, that's an honest to God bigger moose knuckle than my old friend who legitimately had a 10-inch peen. Oh, nice. Good for your friend. And Mommy said, did you see her video when she went to get nose piercing or something? and she was wearing a sweatsuit and sat next to the normal-sized female workers. She straight up looked like a 50-year-old obese man. Oh my God, let me see if it's in here. Foodie got the nose piercing. Okay, we're going on a field trip. I just want to see a second of this. Hold on, let me stop sharing the screen. Oh, I remember this. See, so much happens in Foodie Beauty world. It's like I forget certain things or they leave my brain. Those are Arby's meat slabs. Oh wait, hold on. It's sharing without me. Stop it. Oh my God, it's me. That creeped me out. I'm gonna go full screen. Look at her right here. I don't want to hear myself. I don't know about you guys, but I hate hearing myself. She does look like a 50-year-old obese man. Hold on. I'm scrolling through. We're on an adventure. This is just so unattractive. Imagine her chins now. She looks massive. Okay, we're gonna go on another adventure because I think we need to remember how Foodie Beauty defended Cyrax. So I don't want to forget to show it. And we're definitely playing Chicken Pickle's intro because it's pretty amazing. Hey, Spud. Let me share the screen. Hey, Missy, good to see you. Sorry, I needed to understand. I don't know. I just know she has balls, okay? And they shouldn't be there. On her, that is. Hold on one second. I have so many tabs up, I'm lost. I feel like a lot of people came in around the time she defended Cyrax. If you came in around that time, press 1 in the chat. Let's see. All right. Now let's try and share it. Good to see you, Spud. Fupa, it's a fat upper pussy area. Remember that song? There's an actual song dedicated to it. All right. Now, I'm gonna make sure I'm sharing the screen. All right, that's better. We have to play our intro before we get to the Cyrax part. We just have to. We just have to. All right, play.
What is this?
Pathetic.
She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love.
Pathetic.
The only one who can love this woman is the good Lord up above, proud and pathetic. She will never change, she will always stay the same. Pathetic and insane.
Pathetic.
Really scary, you know, scary.
Damn, I'm jet lagged.
Pathetic.
Hello, little gherkins. We got a mile.
All right, I think it's at 8 minutes in, about that. I'm remembering correctly. Let's go right here.
Acts like she never walks, exactly. I walked to the beach. It was very hot. That was one thing that was really bad. But if I just like do really well for a couple of weeks, I can bring up my stamina so easily, just like that. Like look at our videos of us and our couples channel when I first came here. And even after that, we walked around Elshamy Park. There's not much seating there actually. There's some, but we did a lot of walking in our vlogs. Boulevard, we went to some malls, 360 Al Quds. Just walking around the Muslim way.
Skipping a little bit.
Oh, I hate that whole pedo stuff. It was like so normal back then to marry women around that age. Like learn some history. How about that? And learn the definition of pedo before you come for anything.
Listen, I'm not going to comment on pedophilia in Muslim culture because, frankly, I don't know anything about it. But I think this is very interesting, foreshadowing to her defense of Cyrax shortly.
Music biz, Marty, intimate. Ew, don't talk about that guy. I hate that guy.
May he rest in peace.
I fell down a rabbit hole with the Cyrax guy. Ugh, the people who antagonize him are worse than him. I don't care what anyone says. So pathetic.
For those who don't know, Cyrax has a YouTube channel. Cyrax has repeatedly been exposed for sending pictures of his genitals to minors. He's also a self-admitted hebephile, which is an adult who is interested in prepubescent adolescents. I don't know, Chantal. I think someone who preys on minors is worse than internet trolls.
Yeah, Cyrax is a mess, but he's antagonized a lot. People he's got issues. He's autistic. He's highly mentally unstable. People are disgusting. They make content out of, oh my god, guys, did you see the rage? He got arrested. They call the cops on him. They're pieces of crap. I don't understand that culture.
Why does Cyrax deserve a day of rest when he sends pictures of his genitals to children?
Oh, Volko. I hate that stuff. Don't even get me started. So pathetic. To get entertainment out of antagonizing someone with mental illness and just don't even get me started on that. I don't know how people live with themselves doing that. His family people have a right to be on the internet. Why shouldn't he be on the internet?
Pedophiles are people who send, well, they are pedophiles. He's a pedophile, in my opinion. He sends pictures of his genitals to children. They shouldn't be on the internet. There's children on there. And whether you say children should be on here or not, the fact of the matter is there still are children on YouTube. Pedophiles have no business being anywhere on here.
Maybe because he's a predator and he
raped his blind neighbor. Oh my god.
has a history of repeatedly targeting children. You fat fuck.
Why should he not be allowed on the internet?
Because he targets children and he's a pedophile.
What does he do on the internet that bugs people?
Sends pictures of his genitals to people. Have you seen the fidget spinner video? Or the stylus video?
Please. People who bully other people shouldn't be allowed on the internet. Yeah. It's not about ignoring haters. These are not my haters. I'm talking about something that's available on YouTube, on a platform I'm also on. I was like, why do people continue to antagonize this person over and over? You know what I mean? And then I saw that
You're the people that I have seen both, unfortunately. Same.
This Biz Marty guy went and moved across the street from him. What intention do you have by doing that? To antagonize him, to come at you, and then he punches him out, and they all have a good laugh at that. The cops do shit about it, do nothing about it. And then whenever they go to his house and Cyrax attacks somebody because he's been pushed too far and he attacks them back, he gets charged. Everything about that situation is messed up. I don't even want to go down that, but I went down a rabbit hole.
Didn't Cyrax say something about Marty's girlfriend that had passed away? Anyways, the moment where he punched Cyrax was pretty damn epic.
On that, and that's my opinion about it. I can't stand people who bully people day in and day out, and that's all those people, Kiwi farmer people, do. They take people who are autistic, turn them into lol cows, push them too far, make entertainment out of it, and it's beyond disgusting. That's all I have to say. A lot of people probably don't know who these people are. You're better not to. They need to ban people like that off social media. That's what I think. On his own property.
I don't know, but I'm sick of the whole Cyrax is autistic. Autistic people still know right from wrong. They do. I know for a fact they do. And if they do horrible things, they probably should still be kept away from children, right? Spud completely, and people like her make it very hard to be happy with themselves. Billy was his best friend. That's so sad. We need to keep reporting, the people said. Okay, let's go to Twitter. I just have to be careful with what I say because if it comes off that I'm encouraging everybody to mass report Foodie Beauty's channel, it could come off on me. So I have to be careful with what I say. But just know I have done my part. If you catch my drift, I have done what I needed to do. Ruth said, you know someone? Foodie Beauty is really fucking up with people. Am I sharing this screen? Oh, no, I'm not. Sorry. Well, I was sharing the wrong screen. We're going to read a few more tweets, you guys, and then we're going to go enjoy our day. I know my daughter wants me to take her to go get pedicures, so I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Honestly, my toes need to be done. I can't even lie. Okay, so Ruth said, you know someone, Foodie Beauty, is really fucking up when people completely outside that community are filing reports. She really fucked up. She did. And every time we think she fucked up majorly and there's no way she can do anything worse, she does. The only person left next to Target is an elderly person, right? That would be next for Foodie Beauty. So the farm said, okay, I don't think he's doing this for profit for himself or for Chantal. He's doing this to establish himself in the community. He's trying to build his wasta so that he can work with people so that he can work his way up the societal ladder and make more connections. He doesn't want to be seen as a foreign loser that grew up in cushy Kuwait and married a hog. He wants to be seen as the generous, charity driven, successful manager of his weight challenge social media star wife. What's funny is what happens when she can't raise $50, let alone $1,000 for the kid. These Syrians probably think she's this big YouTube star flushed with money. They just don't know she's scraping by with an audience full of people who hate her. So she can tell them the truth. She was only able to raise a small amount. They may appreciate it, but word will get out that they can't follow their promises. The community may speculate on who she really is then, or they'll think she's lying, pocketing lots of money from putting a sick kid on video and get really angry with them. Or, in a bid to preserve goodwill, Chantal and Salah may donate lots of money they don't have anyways. Now imagine word gets out that they were able to raise lots of money for one sick child. The next week there will be 10 families at their doorstep. Now imagine Chantal and Salah trying to explain to all these needy families that they can't actually help all of them. The funniest part is, if they really start getting a lot of hate in the community, Chantal can just fly back to Canada and leave Salah holding the bag. Again. Meandering Thought said someone on Kiwi Farms really thought this through. Chantal and Salah may even be worse. Can't win with this situation, and I don't mean on YouTube. In Syria and in their community. You are doing great, fucking cunt. Yeah, I think this is all gonna backfire on them. It will. They're not doing this with good intentions, so it's definitely gonna backfire. Teardrop's hate seems to spend so much time in Girl World to hate it. And once again, since Foodie Beauty says she's sick, Tracy is now sick. Of course. The target is so big, someone is going to get kidnapped and thrown into a hostage situation. I feel like that's coming. I just hope the little girl is safe. Teardrop said, yep, Girl World is all morons. Well, leave then, Teardrop. You're the one stuck with a husband who hates you and you hate him. You don't feed him. Chantal seems to love Tracy more. Leave then. Tracy said, I hate being sick in hot weather. I mean, it's no fun, but some of us still do shit. I feel like seriously the flu is the only thing that knocks me on my ass. Other things, you still work through, you still do housework, you still raise kids. You can't really afford to die, right? But the flu is a whole other ball game. I feel like I can't even breathe when I have the flu, let alone rage. Foodie wasn't sick, she just ate too much. I thought this was funny. Foodie Beauty, okay, I won't say that word again. 2 hours later, you fucking bleep! She's gonna say the word again by tomorrow. It's just like she said, it just slips up. She can't help it. Farrah posted this, you guys. So Farrah said the Gaining Ground went live last night and showed my full legal name, address, and phone number. That was the response to me asking him to leave me alone. Noted. But again, these people are saying that they don't dox her, they're not harassing her. Um, it's sick. It's really, really sick. I'm sorry you're going through this, Farrah. Just know you have support. You have a lot of support. Dee Dee's Fault said, oh, good. Salah will be handling the donations. Nothing to worry about. Phew. So Salah says, Katie, I will arrange all the donations we got to pay her school and give the rest to her family to be able to pay transportation for her to go and come and buy her some clothes. This is really gross to me, Salah. Please don't do that. A grown man's gonna go and buy her clothes. This whole thing is so gross to me. All of it is so gross to me. He's a scammer, and we're supposed to trust him with donations? This poor kid. Tweets R Us said, Foodie, why did you end your stream so quickly when the parents showed up? I don't believe you had permission from the parents. So it says, Syria recently adopted a new child rights law which prohibits using children in advertising or media in ways that violates their privacy, or filming, producing images, videos that could harm a child or encourage delinquency. Enforcements remain unclear and these terms are vague and subject to interpretation. What if filming in public? She's breaking laws, okay? Says recommendation, always seek permission from a parent. Did you have permission, Foodie? Did you really? Always seek permission from a parent or guardian before filming children in Syria. Avoid filming children altogether if consent isn't practicable, whatever. Practical? I don't know. Never publish or widely share recordings involving children without expressed consent. If in doubt, consult a legal expert or rights organization before proceedings. I hope she gets caught. I hope she does. You know this is illegal, everything you're doing, and yet you continue to do it. Look how things worked out for you in the last country. Again, I don't think Syria is just going to kindly send you home or ask you to leave. Oh, this proves Foodie's a liar too. Public and special needs schools in Syria. It says, let's see, public education from grades 1 through 6 is compulsory and free. The secondary education is offered for a symbolic fee through the Ministry of Education. This includes some state-run special schools for children with disabilities, operated via the Ministry of Social Affairs and Labor, following adapted according to disability type. Historically, the Syrians with disabilities have been entitled to special schooling at minimal or no cost, often supplemented with cash benefits and basic rehabilitation services. It says, however, humanitarian sources confirm that 84% of Syrian children with disabilities are not attending any school at all, largely due to barriers like lack of infrastructure, stigma, transport, and capacity gaps in public services. However, humanitarian, oh, right, I read that one. Okay, charitable and NGO run support programs. Given the breakdown in the formal system, many disabled children receive support through NGOs. Groups like the Hadi Relief and Mazarat Initiative run special needs hubs and remote learning programs. These rely on donations, for example, 90 US dollars per semester or 180 US dollars per year per student. Wow. To cover teaching, therapy, and support services, Foodie Beauty and Soul are taking money. There's no doubt about it. It sounds like most children are not going to school, but if they want to, or if they're going to school, they have aid and organizations and help. So what exactly does Foodie Beauty and Salon need money for? And if so, and if you have to pay, it's 180 US dollars for the whole year. So Foodie could have paid that. They're taking money from this. It's just a grift. She used the child for the grift. I hope that everybody sees this clearly now. White Witch said, I have a conspiracy theory. Nader and Dee Dee broke up. Nader didn't want to leave the condo. Dee Dee went to the police and made a statement about what happened in the Sam's Bar Lounge videos. Her name and addresses are hidden because Nader could want revenge. I'm starting to believe it all has to do with Dee Dee. The schools were bombed. The majority of children are not going to school. I think I saw 84%. Right. Someone needs to send a nice news story to Damascus News. Sources warning of these scammers. They need to have a way to change it to their language. Report her for child abuse, Grunge. What did Grunge say? Oh, okay, I saw the question. Kelly said, how can her parents truly consent when they don't even know her real name? She is using Miriam. That part right there, too. Foodie, I think you have fucked up and you have a lot of eyes on you. You're not gonna get away with this for much longer. I feel like this has upset so many people. How many people do we love, or how many people do you that you know that have a disability and are vulnerable in some way? Like, it makes me rage inside thinking of somebody using my nephew to make money, to get money for their drugs, whatever else. It fucking sucks. I feel an anger inside that I cannot describe. And again, I feel like I've said this a lot during the live stream, but children are supposed to be able to trust adults. We're supposed to protect them. We're supposed to look out for them. We're not supposed to harm them and open them up to PDFs. We're just not. You're a horrible human, Chantal. Horrible. Two-Tailed asked, what was stopping Foodie Beauty from bringing the girl's parents on her channel to explain why their daughter needs money? Her need for attention, of course. She hates sharing the spotlight. The reason she had that little girl on screen is because she views her as a prop. And she's not a prop, she's a human. A beautiful, innocent human who deserves to be loved and protected and to not be exploited. That's what she deserves. Foodie Beauty probably doesn't have the parents come on because they probably have no idea that their daughter is supposedly, allegedly even going to schools. Someone in our chat just said the schools are bombed. What school is she going to? Tia Marie said, prove it, a liar always lies. So if you have any doubt, I'm going to play this clip for you.
I wonder, and I start to blame myself. I'm sorry for lying. I don't know what else to do sometimes but to lie. I don't know. And I agreed to follow his way. His way is to lie about it. And I can't, I can't lie to you guys. Everything else was the truth. I drove in the early morning. And I wonder, and I start to blame myself. I'm sorry for lying. I don't know what else to do sometimes but to lie. I don't know. And
She's a pathological liar. She can't tell the truth. She's allergic to the truth. And again, she's incapable of change. She does not have good intentions. I don't believe she's helping this little girl. I don't. I think she's helping herself to more KFG and pills and whatever else they're doing over there. We know they could get alcohol, maybe that too. This is Chantal being prettier than 90% of YouTube. Look at her eye bags. Oh my gosh. This is terrifying. Oh my lord. I'm starting to believe you are drinking over there. I used to get horrible bags like that when I was an alcoholic, drinking actively. I did. Like, after 2 weeks drinking nonstop, running amok, like, I would have my eyes were so fucking swollen. They were. She looks like an alcoholic. I'm sure it's all the sodium too. Hey, Crypta. I'm so sorry I missed you coming in. Oh wait, I'm so far behind in the chat. She looks like a demon. The little girl might help her to find out exactly where these scammers are. Foodie hates kids. You could tell that little girl was irritated. She does. She openly, we watched a clip yesterday where she was admitting she hated kids for like 5 minutes straight. Tone, thank you for sharing that chicken pickle video, by the way. Thank you, thank you. I don't know if you're still in here. I think that's all I have for today, you guys. I don't know. I haven't been excited to snipe Foodie Beauty. And then the times I can, my daughter's home and it just doesn't feel right. So one of these days I will be able to hop on and snipe. Probably when the kids are back in school. If it happens sooner, it happens sooner, right? But for now on, I'll just be live like every single morning to do a gossip stream, recap, all that fun stuff. Go enjoy your day. If you're at work, have an amazing rest of your shift. If you have today off, do something kind for yourself. Have a great day, you guys. A great evening wherever you are. Foodie Beauty, you're fucking evil. And you finally fucked around and found out. You did. You did. Girl World, we may not always get along, but we come together when it matters. And I don't think you're gonna have a PayPal and all that for very long. So you may as well live it up while you can. Eat some more KFG. And then choke on it, bitch. Love you guys. Have a great day, great evening, wherever you are. And I will see you so soon. Thank you to my amazing mods. Thank you for everybody hanging out through my rambling. Love you. Goodbye. I have to pee. Sorry. Bye.